My correct people, Kabiyesi don't make it clear to everyone that cares to understand, anyone that cares to accept it that way, that it is only Queen Naomi that can decide if she wants to stay in the palace with any other Oloris aside from herself, or she wants to stay alone. They say this thing is coming up, the alleged information is coming out as a result of Ooni of Ife has sometimes, it's all over the internet, promised Ooni of Queen Naomi that she is going to return back to the palace on June, that by June she is going to make everything possible to see that the palace is conducive enough for her to come. Allegedly, we've heard, and of which I've made the video, that Ooni of Ife got seized a detached terrace house for the Oloris, where they could move on, each person to their own duplex, each person to their own duplex. That is part of the preparation he's making to see that Olori Naomi return back to the palace without any excuse. Because Queen Naomi has already said it and over again that she cannot return back to that palace if the Oloris are still there, that she cannot cope in the midst of these adult women. Yes, so my correct people, she is the youngest. If you come to Ooni's wives, she's the youngest, and she doesn't really want any gbasgbos, because she the hear of all these gbasgbos that the Oloris are given inside the palace, and she cannot stay with them. After all, it is her matrimonial home. It is her that they chased, the Oloris came and chased out of her husband's house because of the interruption they are doing in her marriage. So, and Ooni of Ife has been making everything possible to see that Olori Naomi return back to the palace, and this is condition that she gave Ooni of Ife, that before she could come into that palace back as to stay, those Oloris has to leave, that she cannot stay with them. She doesn't want any trouble with anybody. So Ooni of Ife has gone ahead to make this shocking announcement that it is Olori Naomi that will decide who to stay in the palace. Whether anybody is expecting baby, or whether there are anybody born pikin, that even Olori Tobi, that is where she is before she could come back, is Olori Naomi that will decide if she's going to come back after her omugo to come back to the palace. So if Olori Naomi did not accept that she will come back in the palace, meaning she's going straight to that terrace house. Initially, Ooni of Ife has been giving these women time without number, giving them mandate, deadline to leave the palace, vacate the palace. But it is not as easy as Ooni of Ife think it will be, because he cannot just wake up one day and divorce any woman, any of his wives, or just chase the person out of the palace. It is not done that way. That would be a very disrespectful thing to do in the eyes of the gods and in the eyes of Ooni of people of Ile-Ife kingdom. So my correct people, now the information we will gather like this, we say Ooni of Ife don't tell everybody, and we heard that of recent Mirriam is expecting a baby. Mirriam is pregnant, of which I cannot really tell if it is true or not. It's a woman who knows whether she's pregnant or not. That is how we heard that Tobi was pregnant that period. I was still saying it was alleged because we were not there. We didn't see her face to face. But after everything, it appeared that Olori Tobi was truly pregnant and she gave birth to twins. Right now, Ooni of Ife is saying whether any Oloris has babies or doesn't have, or whether anybody is pregnant or not pregnant, that everybody is to vacate that the palace to the new place he got for them. That he doesn't want to do anybody bad. That is why he got that place, of which I've made the video in one of my videos already. The house that Ooni of Ife got for them, and the condition upon which that house was bought. So right now they said the information getting to us said that when Tobi heard it, Tobi burst into tears. That after everything she does, even after thinking that having a twins will keep her permanent in the palace, that this is what Ooni of Ife is saying, still putting every power in the hands of Olori Naomi. and because she doesn't know her stand again. If not before, where she dey try, she dey still rapport with Olori Naomi, where she never stab Olori Naomi for back, by going into her own apartment, trying to claim her own apartment in the palace because she gave birth to twins. Had it been this before now, she wouldn't have any problem because she would be sure that Olori Naomi could accommodate her because of the twins, so that she can stay in the palace and train the twins. But right now, she doesn't know her fate again because she has committed, she has really done bad to Queen Naomi, and her mind now is telling her that Queen Naomi would not let her stay in the palace. So my correct people, Mirriam has been lamenting, shouting, as they said, allegedly shouting. But this time around, it will not be waiting, not be by shouting, no. Not be by shouting this period. Because Kabiyesi don't carry that power now. Put am for Queen Naomi hand. Now she go decide. So anybody, because Kabiyesi has already provided house for them, normally you can decide where your wife will be. That is just it. Provided you do not chase the person, you do not divorce the person. If you're a man, you marry, you decide where you want your wife to be. If you want your wife to be in your house, your wife stays there. If you want your wife to be anywhere, any place at all, you simply just get accommodation for your wife and your kids to stay. That is normal. Any man can do that, and any man is allowed to do it. So it's upon this that Ooni of Ife has made all the preparations that is needed for Olori Naomi to return back, as he has promised that it was June that she's going to come back, except if Queen Naomi refused to come back again, because he has already announced it before long that Queen Naomi is returning back to the palace on June, of which June is approaching now, and he has started making all the necessary arrangements, all the necessary things, putting everything in place to make sure that what he said would really happen, except if the woman in question, which is Olori Naomi, still refused to come back because of one or two things. Imagine now that we are hearing that Ooni of Ife has spiritual wife, and Queen Naomi knows about it. I've said about that one in one of my videos. If you search my channel, you will see it. Of which that could be another reason, another factor why Olori Naomi doesn't want to come back to the palace. After everything that the Oloris have done, all the pots, the calabash, all the juju they did, all those ones, it knows still make any difference. It seems the king self is not even affecting the king. And Olori Naomi in the other side, they have done a lot of things to her, done a lot of juju. You know, that was why there was a time Olori Naomi accepted that she was going to come back to the palace and stay with the Oloris. But all of a sudden, she prayed her way out and the juju cleared in her heart. She said she's no longer coming back until all of them leave. So right now, all of them, they don't know the fate of who Olori Naomi will want to stay in the palace with. Even though Dr. Elizabeth and Olori Naomi are friends, Dr. Elizabeth still don't know whether Olori Naomi will still let her stay in the palace. So everybody is buckling up. This time around, they will not say Ooni of Ife chase them out, or they will not want to disobey Ooni of Ife, because Ooni of Ife has provided a very big accommodation for them in the land of Ile Ife there. So it is a man that decides where you want your wives to be. I've keep saying it over and over again, because some people will still come to my inbox and say, why would Ooni of Ife say the Oloris, why would they leave? Why must they leave their husband's house? Here it's now that a husband can decide where his wife would be. If your husband might be living in the city and doesn't want his wife to be in the city, he will go and rent out for her somewhere else so that the wife will stay there. It is done everywhere and nobody can question that. So my correct people, as information take pictures now I carry and come on the mouth to make a chook mouth for this matter. Say Ooni of Ife has given that power to Olori Naomi. Say mention anybody you want to stay with you. If you don't want any of them to stay, all of them will have to go. Nobody will stay in the palace. Only you will have to stay. Wow, it's a big honor and privilege. And some people are beginning to ask, what is this thing that is really this thing with Ooni of Ife and Queen Naomi. Me, I'm beginning to think that Ooni of Ife and Queen Naomi did something of which I'm not sure. I'm not saying that they did any blood covenant, but I'm beginning to think that something like that could be what happened between them, that nobody wants to let go. This one don't want to leave this one. This one don't want to leave this one. They're so attached to each other. They are so connected. They're so clicked. The only thing that is the problem now is these Oloris that are around the palace, of which Queen Naomi have said that the reason why she will not return to the palace. My correct people, abi una no think wetin I think, because this connection is too much, and because the far priest them has told Ooni of Ife that this woman Queen Naomi is connected to your destiny. So whatever you are doing, you have to trade with caution. If you do anything and this woman leave your side, na be say your own don go. Your reign no go last forever again, and things will begin to turn upside down. Okay, now look at the few period that Ooni of Ife, Queen Naomi left their 3 years marriage. It's not almost 2 years now. What are we hearing inside the palace? That is when the news of Ooni of Ife's palace started dishing out, because na basbos na full inside that palace, na no peace. Forget about that. The Oloris will come to the Instagram and they'll be doing their thing. They'll be smiling. They'll be dancing. Ooni of Ife will come and be smiling. Nobody can come to the internet to be talking about what is really happening on the ground. Everybody wants to be happy on the internet. Everybody has their own problem. Even Tobi, that has been crying that finally all the things she has done for Ooni of Ife, even by giving him twins, it is not enough to melt his mind to love him as much as he loved Queen Naomi. She's crying all over the thing, no mirriam. But no be she dey Instagram now, they post, they dance, they do. In fact, they're happy for Instagram. That is what everybody wants you to see. Only their happy side. Nobody will want you to see their sad side. So my correct people, na the information be this. So I say make I carry am come una domot. Make una follow me see, make una follow me reason. I go need make you comment, share your opinion on the comment section about this thing now, about the whole situation. And what if you see at Queen Naomi, what would you advise Queen Naomi, even in case you see her and you have the opportunity to advise her over this thing? Would you advise her to, okay, just come back and stay in the palace with the Oloris and let peace reign? Or would you advise her to tell the Kabiyesi that she would stay alone in the palace, she will be the only wife in the palace, since Ooni of Ife has given her that power to choose the one she wants? Or will you advise Queen Naomi to, okay, maybe she keep Dr. Elizabeth or Tobi because of the twins, or even Mirriam because Mirriam is pregnant? So if you happen to be opportune to meet Queen Naomi, what advice are you going to give her? What advice are you going to give to Ooni of Ife? What advice are you going to give to Tobi? All this is why we have our comment section for you to comment and share your opinion. Alright, my correct people, I've forgotten to say hello and how are you guys doing today? But tori full my mouth. As tori full my mouth now, I just rush they tell una immediately. I no even wan waste time, say I waste 1 minute of una time to hear the gist wey dey ground now. Happy weekend to all of you. I hope everybody's fine. I hope you guys are doing well. Please, if you're coming to this channel for the first time, please click on subscribe and press notification bell. And if you are my returnees, I love you. I too love you. Thank you for always stopping by, for always commenting. One day there shall be a reward for all these commenters. I would like to see your opinion on my comment section. I'll be there reading your comments. Alright, this is where I draw the curtain for now. Stay updated as I'm going to bring you more hot and spicy news from the life of Ooni of Ife, from the palace, and from Edochie and May, and from every celebrity's lives, Davido and Chioma. This is my job, to keep updating you. We are Live Gist Plus, live and direct. Alright, thank you for listening. Do have a blessed day.